My name is Rosalind. I'm 60 years old this year, and I found out I had cancer in the year 2009. I was diagnosed in April 2009 with colon cancer. The few months that I felt most uncomfortable, I was going to the toilet every time after a meal, be it breakfast, lunch, or dinner. I couldn't hold down a meal, and when I'm in the toilet, it was constant diarrhea. And then I found that I had blood too in my stool. Referred with a letter from him to do a colonoscopy. First thing when I opened my eyes was, he said, "I'm so sorry, Rosalind. You have colon cancer." The fact remains that I need immediate surgery. So I was prepped for surgery. I knew I cried a river during that time. They have to sort of keep on telling me that you have to go now. It's time for you to get to the surgery. A list of questions I wanted to ask him. So of course I asked him how long it would take for me to recover, and how long will it take for me to be in hospital, and what are the procedures. So he walked me through the whole sequence of my surgery. Radiotherapy was like a walk in the park for me. What's a big deal? You know, it's just you go in there, you lie down. I close my eyes. I refuse to know what is happening. So by the time it's done, it's just only a few minutes, 5 minutes at the most. You walk out. I wasn't feeling any discomfort, I think. By about the 10th time, I was suffering already. I knew I may not be able to make it because I was in such pain, and I was going to the toilet because it affected my colon so badly. So whatever I ate, it comes out. But I was in such ill health. I lost so much weight from 50 to about 42. I was a walking skeleton. You can actually stick me in a paddy field and all the birds would really run away because I was so skinny. I was just skin and bones then. But I make through the 24 sessions. Running through my mind at that point was that I know I'm going in for 12 cycles of chemotherapy. I was telling myself, if I can't make it, I'll just more probably drop out, like you drop out of a school session, you know, and just discontinue. And I'm sure the doctor has no way to force me to do it if I don't want to come back for it. So I went in for my first session. I wore comfortable clothes and t-shirts, you know, and I brought a change of clothes for me because right then I need to go to the loo very often. I will have episodes of diarrhea. When it hits, I will need to go to the toilet very, very often. And sometimes it gets so bad that I will stand my clothes. So of course I have to bring change of clothes and underwear, and I also brought my hot meal with me. I couldn't take cold meals. I need hot meals, so I make sure that I have a hot meal with me during the session. I went in very early. My sessions start usually at about 8. Of course, before that, we need our blood test to make sure our red cells are fine, our white cells are fine, the blood count is good. So I did my blood test. My secret to doing all that was that I refused to stop. So I will go to a private clinic first, do my blood test to see that everything is fine. If I notice that my blood red cells wasn't too good, I will make sure I eat lots of red meat. And then so the 3 days after that, I go to the hospital and do my blood test again. So the first time I went in for my chemo, tell friends out there, you know, who are going through the same journey as me, chemotherapy is definitely not a walk in the park. I was lucky because my radiotherapy session was really bad. But in comparison, my chemotherapy sessions were pretty easy in the fact that I could eat. So the fact that I could eat, I managed to put back on weight. You know, I wasn't anymore of the 42 kg I was. So I ate through each chemotherapy session. By the 4th day when I'm home, I found that, of course, after that, I could eat very well. So maybe if let's say I go in on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, by Thursday, Friday, my appetite was off totally. So, but I try to drink as much as I can. things that I like drinking, fruit juices, carrot juice with green apple and celery, and lots of juices, fresh fruits I like. But let's say by the 4th, 5th day, just the next week, I found I could eat. When I found I could eat, I tried to eat what I wanted to eat. I listened to my body and I asked myself, what would you like to eat this time? So I have funny cravings throughout the 12 sessions. The first 3 sessions, I know I wanted sourish thing. But by the 4th, 5th sessions, I know I just wanted roasted duck. So that was it. And after that, I love chocolate. I wanted a dark chocolate. So every day I would ask for dark chocolate. It was very, very good because I can go to a shop. I can go and walk about. My second week after my whole chemotherapy session would be I'll dress up and I will walk in malls that have just opened. So I know the air would be pretty fresh. So I'll walk in malls when it wasn't too crowded. And I just take a walk, look at shops, go window shopping, buy myself something nice from the supermarket that I want to eat, and just go home. I feel very happy after the whole thing. It's really easy for me if I compare it to my radiotherapy sessions. My mother is very old and she's frail at the same time. My son was still in his first year at a local university here. So there wasn't anybody to look after them in that sense. So I thought, if I die, what is going to happen to these two? So I knew that I have no option, I have to leave. And how do I leave? So I had to carry out the treatments. So that motivated me the most, that I have to beat the cancer, get well, and just continue living. So the fact that I went in for surgery, I knew that the bad thing is out of my body already. The mass, the growth is out of my body. So the next thing I knew was I have to get rid of the other cancer cells in my body. And so I must be brave to get through that, because I didn't know what was in store for me. I really have no idea what is going to happen. You hear all those horror stories of people, dying from all the treatments they have received, they never make it. But I thought to myself, I just have to find a way to beat it. So that has taught me to be more carefree in a sense, and not be so like, when people say you have a stick up your butt, I used to have a stick up my butt then. So I tried to take that stick out and not be so, get so worried. I used to be very stressed about certain things. I find that today I can laugh better, and I think the thing is I wake up with joy every day because there's no more pain. The day that I woke up without any pain was the day I found out, oh, I'm well now. Try as best as you can to live every day. I know it's going to be very painful, you will be in pain, but the pain will pass. Look at me, I was in pain. I was only 42 kg and I'm still skinny today, but I put a little bit of weight. I think I look so much better now than before, of course, but as I have aged, I also have learned to age gracefully, and just try not to be too unhappy. There's always joy to be found in each day. You just have to look for the little things in life. Do what makes you happy. Your journey to the way I walk mine. I hope you get well. I hope that you will live your life well with much joy too. I'm sure you will. If you just take every day as it comes with as much strength as you can muster, you will be able to do it the way I do it.